Disclaimer: efforts have been made to not to infringe with any copyright. If so, it may be brought to our notice for its acknowledgement in future editions. No part of this digital content be reproduced, stored, or distributed in any or by any means either on paper or electronic media unless authorized. Digital content for candidate with disability. Sector: Agriculture and Allied. Subsector: Agriculture Allied Activity. Occupation: Beekeeping. Reference ID AGR slash Q5301. NSQF level 4. Unit 4 Bee Biology and Behavior. Unit 4.3a Management of honeybee colonies during honey flow season. By improving management of colonies, a good quality of honeybees can be made more productive. During the honey flow season, honeybee colonies grow tremendously at a very fast pace, and beekeeper has to be one step ahead to meet the requirement of growing colony. Following activities are undertaken during colony examination. Number 1. Remove inner winter packaging if examining colonies after winter season. Number 2. Clean the boom board and bury deep and burn the debris. Number 3. Fed sugar solution to the colonies if food reserves are less. Number 4. Inspect the colonies for the presence of brood. If there is no brood, the colony may be a queenless one. Provide mated queen bee or arrange for rearing of new queen bee. Number 5. If some suspected disease symptoms are seen, get these checked from the expert and take measures to prevent its spread to other colonies. Equalizing honeybee colonies. Growth of colonies in apiary is not uniform. Because of difference in physanthropy of queen bee, food reserves, initial colony strength, etc., different requirement of different colonies is created, and beekeeper has to cater to the different requirements of different colonies rather than a known arrangement practiced with its advanced planning. Thus, there is need to equalize the honeybee colonies by making efforts like giving colony frames in exchange, giving young worker bee to colonies in need, or exchanging the location of weak colonies with that of stronger ones. Providing space to colonies. A beekeeper should always remain ahead of bees in providing the ample space and avoid the risk of suffering bees owing to the lack of space. Swarming and its laws. Swarming is a natural process of multiplication of a colony. The old queen swarm with bees, leaving behind few queen cells from which the new queen emerges and remain unmated, and ultimately the queen strength dwindles. In case the swarming colony is not proper, the colony strength further goes on dwindling. So manage the colonies properly to avoid loss caused by swarming. Preventive measures for swarm management. Measures to be undertaken to prevent overcrowding and construction of queen cells in the honeybee colony are removal of congestion, that is, providing adequate space or calm, and second is reversing, that is, reversing the chambers at fortnightly interval. Remedial measures for swarm management. Clipping of wings, use of entrance guard, use of queen excluder, destruction of queen cells, division of colony are the measures for swarm management. Demarry method of managing swarming in honeybee colonies. Remove the target hive from its boom board and put it aside. Now take another chamber with 8 frames and place it on the boom board. Check the original brood chamber. Locate the queen. Take the queen bee and 2 comb of sealed brood out of the original brood chamber and place it in a center of a new chamber. Place a queen excluder on this new chamber and put a super above this queen excluder. Now put 2 empty comb in the original brood chamber and put this brood chamber along with the remaining unsealed brood comb on the top of this super chamber and close it with inner and top covers. The returning forager bees will enter into the lowest chamber while the nurse bees will stay with the brood in the top chamber. Inspect the hive after 7 to 10 days and destroy any queen cells that may have been raised in the chamber on the top. Repeat the procedure at 9 to 10 days interval. Capturing and hiving a swarm. A new colony can be formed from the captured swarm or can be reunited with parent colony before the start of the main honey flow. Before settling temporary, the swarming bees fly in the air at the height of 10 to 15 feet. It can be made to settle at a lower place by sprinkling water from tumbler thrown towards upward direction but never from spray pump. Water wets the wings of bee and make them settle at lower height. The hive containing some brood and honey frames is placed just beneath the swarm and the branch of the tree is shaken so that bees along with queen falls into the hive. In case the tree branch is too thick or swarm settles at the higher place, the bees could be brushed to fall in the hive. Swarm bag or swarm catching basket may also be used to capture swarms. Division of colonies. The honeybee colonies having congestion may be divided to create new nucleus colonies. For doing so, place an empty hive near the parent colony to be divided. Take out 3 to 4 combs along with honeybees and put these into the new hive. These combs should have sealed and unsealed brood, pollen, and honey. The most important is giving a comb with rightly laid egg to a new hive. Now move both the hives in the opposite direction by about 2 feet to enable maintaining bee population in the newly created colony. In commercial small apiaries, beekeepers divide all of their colonies this way to produce new queen bees for the divides. But by doing so, the number of poorly performing colonies are also increased by dividing them. So instead of general division of colonies, the beekeepers should practice selective division of colonies. In this method, only the selected best performing colonies are divided and the queen cells reared by these colonies are given to the divides of all other colonies. At least 24 hours before transplanting sealed queen cell, remaining colonies are divided. This way, whole of the bee colony stock gets improved. In the next video, we will again discuss the second part of management of honeybee colonies during honey flow season.